Corbin will remain suspended for a minimum of 4 weeks. This is my show, and Corbin learned that last week. Corbin seems to have got the upper edge on Strowman somehow. Through the table! Tyler Bate marching towards the ring, and Triple H isn't best pleased about it. And next Sunday they both will learn of all time is pedigree debate! Kushida, Mustafa Ali, one-on-one. The Cruiserweight title is on the line this time around. To the crowd, Buddy Murphy! Murphy's Law has reigned over the main event! Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is ECW. We are so close to Money in the Bank. Finally, for ECW's sake, we've been waiting for the show for a long time, and we get our hands on it this weekend. One more show to go, and I cannot wait for it to happen. We are in my least favorite place in England, and it is time for a chaotic evening, I'm sure, as we build ourselves up to Money in the Bank. Tonight's main event's going to be a big one. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins to come up this evening. Orton, of course, will go in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Seth Rollins, of course, will be defending his ECW championship in a triple threat match. That's how we'll end the evening. We're going to start the evening right now from hearing from none other than the man responsible for how ECW closed in Buddy Murphy. And my first question, and my only question, goes without asking. What the hell was last week all about? Well, I guess that's the way Buddy Murphy sees things, and that's his own prerogative. It's his own opinion. He can do as he pleases, but he's going to have to prove himself here tonight. He's going to start things off here on this episode of ECW, going one-on-one against Akira Tozawa here this evening. It is the chance for Murphy to show that what he said is true, and for once again, maybe I could be wrong with how I've done things on ECW. We'll see about that. Murphy definitely letting his anger speak for him. And in a way, I can kind of be sympathetic to his cause. I get where he's coming from. He's a great talent. He's an incredible cruiserweight wrestler. But what I'm saying is it's a cutthroat business. You cannot take these opportunities and then squander them. And that's what happens. That's what I feel like happens with Murphy. Remember, he did this, like he said. This isn't the first time he's done it. He did it heading into New Year's Revolution. We ended up having a ladder match. The Hiromu Takahashi won. Murphy didn't impress me in that match. He didn't show any kind of signs that he should be going for the Cruiserweight title after New Year's Revolution. And that's the way that things have gone. And then with Kushida getting himself into ECW and getting himself invested towards the ECW Championship, the ECW Cruiserweight Championship, that's just the way things go. Sometimes you have to realize that no matter what you may call yourself, no matter what you may believe, there is an occasion where you can be wrong as well. I'm more than willing to admit that I could be wrong. But Murphy has never really been able to change my mind. I gave him the chances because he took the opportunity and he made the most of it. It was only fair that a group of other cruiserweights who I believe had been looked over at that time got the chance. And if Murphy wants to go about things that way, fine. Try and show me that I'm wrong. And maybe then, maybe I will admit that I'm wrong. If you can prove it. We get underway here. Murphy against Akira Tozawa. Murphy, of course, always an athlete on the edge at 205. Always has to be at his absolute minimum amount of body fat, essentially. Pop-up gutbuster there by Murphy. And bringing in Akira Tozawa now. Oh, just scraping the boot across the face of Tozawa there. No fancy moves being done. Gotta imagine somewhere. I know they haven't been brought over to England, but you gotta imagine somewhere Mustafa Ali and Kushida are watching this one, thinking about last week, maybe feeling the impacts of it as well, having been laid out with Murphy's Law respectively in the ring. Can't imagine feelings are that high in the camp right now for the Cruiserweight champion and the man who arguably should have taken home that belt last week. It was a close match. And we'll never know the winner. Much the same how we do heading into our ECW Championship match at Money in the Bank. We never know the outcome of Living Dangerously, but what we do know is that they will meet in a triple threat match this Sunday. Power bomb. Good God from Murphy. Running power bomb there. 2 of the 3 men in that triple threat match will be in action here tonight. Tyler Bate and Seth Rollins in action here this evening. Right now we do focus on Buddy Murphy, who there is no getting around it, is in complete control here of Akira Tozawa. Off the ropes comes Murphy. Oh, big knee in the face there. Caught him absolutely flush. Absolute pinpoint with that one. Nice drop kick. Tozawa goes down. And again, Murphy with that knee in the face. He's definitely controlling this match. Tozawa's in a whole lot of trouble right now. He has been beaten down, trying to recover here. Trying to create separation as he rolls to the outside, but a double axe handle is all that comes his way. Buddy Murphy showing his anger, showing that he possesses this aggravated nature to him, showing why he believes in his words. What a move there from Murphy. Will it put away Tozawa? Covers made. Oh, a kick out of 2. Incredible strength to deadlift him up like that though. And Buddy Murphy looking to end this match how he ended last week's edition of ECW. Looking to inflict Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law to Tozawa. And it's over. Buddy Murphy, your winner. And well and truly staying by his words. Murphy wants the opportunity at the Cruiserweight title. And he wants it as soon as possible. Buddy Murphy, your winner, as we kick things off on this episode of ECW. Where does the future go for him? What will come his way in the Cruiserweight division as time goes on? We will most certainly find out. Keep your eyes posted for what is coming up. Right now, though, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a tag team rivalry, or a little bit of a tag teams coming to blows. I mean, it's faction versus tag team more so than anything, as Oney Lorcan of the Four Horsemen goes one-on-one against Rusev here tonight. Lorcan heading towards the ring, ready for this one. It's going to be a tough match for Oney Lorcan, but knowing how much of a hard-hitting fighter he is, he will welcome it. He will enjoy having this fight in front of him. Kendrick may have been an easy win for Lorcan in his eyes, and that's why he wanted the challenge, and doubly so. I mean, we've seen Apollo Crews last week, and we'll see him again tonight, trying to learn as he takes on some of the biggest names that ECW has to offer. Oney Lorcan trying to develop his own way in the Four Horsemen as he comes out alone. Shibata, of course, has come out alone in the last 2 weeks in his matches, but then again, Shibata he's not really a protege in the Four Horsemen, he's the enforcer of it. Here comes Rusev towards the ring right now, accompanied by Brian Kendrick and, of course, his wife and Lana, the duo that call themselves Greatness, heading towards the ring for this one. Kendrick and Rusev, when they formed, they were on fire. They had the opportunity, of course, at the ECW Tag Team Championship, but guilty as charged that went the way of the Four Horsemen. And after that, well, everything started kicking off in the ECW Tag Team division. You had the Wyatt family first, and then we have what we are knowing now with the whole Downfall and DCC saga. We'll get a little bit of that happening this Sunday, of course, when DCC challenge the Wyatt family for the ECW Tag Team titles. 8 matches to come our way at Money in the Bank. 5 title matches, 1 grudge match, 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. Oney Lorcan ready to go here. Quite the obstacle in front of him in Rusev, but Lorcan would love a big win. And we'll see if he can get it or not. Look at this. Nice backslide there from the get-go. Oney Lorcan trying to pick up a quick win. That would have been incredibly smart of Lorcan if he was able to pull that off as soon as possible. Rusev kicks out though, and here we go now. Big chop in the chest. Counter there. Kick right in the gut. Oh! Trade of chops from both men. Nicely done there. Rusev coming in with an overhand. Look at the strength of Oney Lorcan there. Stun gunning him. Oney Lorcan not backing down from the fight in front of him right now. This is great stuff. Uh-oh, trio of woe though for Lorcan. This ain't going to be good for him. Boot in the face. That is not a nice feeling at all for Lorcan to endure. In the turnbuckle, no, moves out of the way. Nicely done there. STO. And down goes Rusev again. Kendrick and Lana with a close eye on this on the outside. Right now, Oney Lorcan's doing a great job in all fairness. Takes him away from the ropes. Springboard European uppercut. Oh, and Kendrick getting involved here. Kendrick trying to cause a distraction to help Rusev get back into this, and it may well have worked. Uranagi slam. So Kendrick, the turning point in this match thus far. Rusev with a huge power toss over the head over his own head there. Lorcan went flying, but he's going to keep on fighting here. Lorcan just not going to be a guy who just lays down on his back and accepts defeat. He knows what he's got to do here. He knows that he has to keep on fighting on. Oh, thrown uppercut there. Good counter, forearm in the face. Turns him round. Nice. Chinlock neck breaker, it looked like there from Oney Lorcan. Innovative. Leapt up and used his body weight to drive Rusev down to the mat there. Couldn't capitalize. Rusev, his speed, able to move out of the way there. There's a Machka kick from Rusev. And that could be all it takes to put away Oney Lorcan here. The cover's made. Kick out at 2 from Lorcan. Good stuff indeed. Rusev a little bit surprised at the 2 count, but there is still a window of opportunity for him to put away Lorcan. And Lorcan needs to find that window to get back in this match with him. He may have just found a good job there getting out of the way, kicking away at the leg of Rusev now. Turning him round. Oney Lorcan, half head suplex. Incredible strength. And it could be enough to finish Rusev here. It could be oh, wait a minute. Kendrick getting involved. Providing a distraction to try and help Rusev. And it worked. Rusev from behind. Larry in the back of the head there. Kendrick distracted Lorcan. The accolade is stitched in. Lorcan looking Kendrick right in the eyes as he's locked in it. Rusev pulling on it, and Lorcan has no choice but to tap out. Lorcan submits. Rusev, your winner. But it's the work of Brian Kendrick that enabled the victory for the Bulgarian Brute. Rusev wins it off the back of a Brian Kendrick distraction. That's not going to sit well with Oney Lorcan, who looked right in the eyes of Brian Kendrick up until he tapped out. Greatness and the Horsemen have had run-ins before. It could be the start of another one. Folks, we move on here again on ECW to our next contest of the evening. Money in the Bank, of course, is right around the corner. The ECW Tag Team title match is right around the corner. And after what we saw last week backstage, this one isn't just right around the corner. It's coming up right now. The horses of the respective teams fight. Baron Corbin of the DCC versus Braun Strowman of the Wyatt family. This is going to be one hell of a fight, especially after what we've seen over these last few weeks. Think back to Corbin charging into the ring to try and pick a fight with Strowman, and Strowman hitting him with a running power slam. And then think back to last week, when during Aleister Black versus Chris Sabin, Baron Corbin assaulted Braun Strowman backstage, putting him through a table. The Lone Wolf showing that he has immense power. And he utilized it all on Braun Strowman that evening. Now tonight, these two men fight. One-on-one in this ring. The same rules apply as last week. The DCC and the Wyatt family banned from ringside. It is just going to be a straight contest between these two men. One that I absolutely cannot wait for. Baron Corbin ready to go in this one, soaking in the distasteful reaction from the Liverpool crowd, and it's no surprise that they don't have a liking for the DCC. And that they're on their feet for this man, for the monster among men, for one half of the ECW Tag Team Champions. Braun Strowman is here. Look at the way this man just makes his way to the ring. A runner-up in the 2018 Royal Rumble, a former ECW television champion, and I believe a two-time ECW Tag Team Champion. Baron Corbin knows what he's picked a fight with, and deep down you know that he loves it as well. This is going to be one hell of a fight between these sides. One hell of a fight that I can't wait for either. It's been brewing. We've been waiting for something like this. And now we get it. Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman on the eve of their meeting at Money in the Bank. In the tag team match, they meet one-on-one, and Baron Corbin might be about to get these hands. Huge forearm in the face there by Strowman, and Corbin now feeling the wrath of the powerhouse of the Wyatt family. Now, I'm not certain if Sister Abigail is a living entity or not, but if she was, Baron Corbin would most certainly be the big brother looking over her as he walks over Baron Corbin, literally. Corbin is feeling the wrath of Strowman right now. Oh, good God, this is the fight that he picked, and he is paying for it. Nerve grip applied now, yanking, wrenching, tightening his grip on the shoulder of Corbin, trying to trap a nerve in there. Trying to cause excruciating pain to Baron Corbin. And we're seeing right now, Corbin can't break his way out of this hold from the immense grip that Strowman has in his hands. Even when he does get out of it, he can't create an opening. Dragon screw. And Corbin goes back down. Strowman. More or less a one-armed spine buster. Boston Crab now being applied. He is causing pain and hurt to the body of Baron Corbin. And it's not getting any better. Again into that turnbuckle. Oh man, things aren't going good for Corbin. Strowman's had a week to think about what happened, and he is expressing his anger right now. Standing over Baron Corbin. And looking to put it away. Running power slam to Corbin. Cover made. There's two. Kick out at two by Corbin. Some fight in the Lone Wolf. Going for a clubbing blow there. Corbin able to counter. Can he get a fight back going? Now clothesline. Strowman doesn't come off his feet. I'm not too sure who ricocheted more off of that one. If it was Corbin or Strowman, that one definitely was Strowman as he comes off his feet and goes down on the mat, allowing Baron Corbin to take control in this matchup now. Baron Corbin all over Braun Strowman, much to the chagrin of the audience in attendance. Beaten down in the back there of Corbin. Oh, sorry, of Strowman. But Strowman is right back into the fight here. The DCC and the Wyatt family know what this means heading into Sunday. They know that both sides need this win badly, especially the DCC following up from Chris Sabin's defeat to Aleister Black. Corbin sending Strowman to the outside. What could happen outside of the ring? Nothing. Corbin has his arm swatted away, and Strowman now into the barricade. Oh, right on the small of the back. But Corbin somehow is sending them back in the ring. Although only for a brief moment. Braun Strowman planting him face first there. Strowman is dominating right now. Baron Corbin in huge trouble. Baron Corbin might be about to be finished up. The DCC! The DCC are here! Sabin, Daniels on the apron! And now Corbin from behind, steel chair! Strength in numbers for the DCC! Corbin brutalizing Strowman with the chair! The DCC distraction paid off! End of days! And there's Aleister Black now! Black staring face to face with Corbin! Looking the man in the eyes, but not coming to blows! No! Sabin! Sabin with the chair! In the back of the head of Aleister Black! Chris Sabin now puts him on his shoulders! Cradle shock to Black! This could all happen this Sunday! My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a moment that one was right there. The DCC standing tall over the Wyatt family as we head into Money in the Bank. Can they stand tall over them and take those tag team titles away? It's been brewing for weeks on end. Sooner rather than later, we'll get our answer. Coming up next though, ladies and gentlemen, this is another big match for Apollo Crews. Last week, of course, he faced Triple H and he had a really good showing, but he came up with the short end of the stick. Crews, though, once the evening was over, came up to me and said that he loved that match with Triple H. He called it a learning experience in so many ways. He wants to learn more. He wants to feel more of what it's like to fight the top talents. And so he asked if he could face Tyler Bate, and I said, sure, you can have him one-on-one next week. And now here we are, Apollo Crews versus Tyler Bate. The learning experience continues on for Apollo Crews, the former ECW Tag Team Champion. Crews has really grown strength to strength over these last few months in the Four Horsemen. Crews is an immense talent. All he needs to do really to make himself into a star in this universe is hone in that talent and make the absolute most of it, just like this guy has. Tyler Bate heading towards the ring in his home country. And Bate, this could be, of course, his last ECW episode where he is no longer a challenger, but where he is a champion. He could do it this Sunday in that triple threat match. Bate felt the wrath of Triple H once again last week, though laid out in the ring by the pedigree. Triple H going by any means, shape or form to get an advantage over Bate heading into Money in the Bank. And it does feel in so many ways like Tyler Bate and Triple H have kind of forgot what they're fighting for. It's like they just care about fighting one another, and it's like they've abandoned the ECW Championship. They just want to fight each other, and that's it. Obviously, I could be wrong, but that's the way it feels like. I mean, when was the last time that Bate shared a ring with Rollins? When was the last time Triple H shared a ring with Rollins? It was the night where they had their no-holds-barred contest, where Bate and Triple H fought in that no-holds-barred match. What was that? 4 weeks ago now, maybe? That was the last time they shared a ring with Seth Rollins. It's just maddening to think that that is the case. I get, okay, last week they all had a piece to say, but it was Rollins who had to stand backstage while Triple H had just charged into the ring. Sorry, Tyler Bate to charge into the ring to talk to Triple H. It does feel like they are focused, like the challenges are focused on one another and not the title. But then again, it's not like they need, in some ways, to focus on Seth Rollins, because remember, you don't have to pin the champion to win the title in a triple threat match. They could pin each other and leave with the title. But at the same time, you should never gloss over Seth Rollins. Such an unwise decision to gloss over a man who has passed 650 days as ECW champion and is closing in on having a 300-day advantage over the next closest title reign in Bobby Fish's, should he win at Money in the Bank, and maybe he'll need to win at the ECW exclusive pay-per-view as well. Baby steps though, Money in the Bank first. Two incredibly talented athletes for him to focus on, but Tyler Bate has an incredibly talented athlete in Apollo Crews to focus on as well. He cannot gloss over him for the thoughts of Triple H or for Seth Rollins or for that ECW championship. He has to stay focused right now. And if there's anyone who can do it, it is going to be Tyler Bate. Headlock punched him in the corner. Apollo Crews though has him up on his shoulders. Nope, Bate denying it. Nice reverse DDT there. Goes to the top rope now. What could we see from the former NXT champion? Spinal tap! What a move from Bate. Will it put away Apollo Crews? Kick out from Crews at 2. Great move though. Chinlock stitched in now. Bate wearing down Crews here. Got it locked in but can't put him away. So that lays him down. Chinlock being applied here from Apollo Crews on Tyler Bate. Just watching it, he had it locked in really tight there. Bate was having troubles getting out of it, and that's the incredible versatility of Crews, that all-round nature of him, the agility, the strength, the athleticism, all in a 240-pound machine like Apollo Crews is. As the arm now, down on it he goes. Nicely done. Great cutter though. Trying to take away some of Crews' strength, and the guy just kips right back up to his feet. Incredible. Love it. Absolutely love it. Apollo Crews now with a dropkick into the face of Tyler Bate there. Caught him flush with that one. Bate able to respond though. Great back and forth from these two. Rolling wheel kick. Bate got him with a rolling wheel kick. Don't think he got all of it, but almost had enough to walk out with victory. Bate could be one move away from victory. Could just be a Tyler driver away from a 1, 2, 3, but Apollo Crews denying that as he hits that Olympic slam. Bate staggering up to his feet. Apollo Crews has found life in him. Double clotheslines. Huge splash in the corner from Crews. Leaping clothesline and a kip up. Crews on fire right now. And Tyler Bate in huge trouble, rocked by that punch. And launched off the ropes as well. Is there anything Apollo Crews can't do? I think would be a better question to ask than anything else about this man. Crews now has Bate in after that leaping elbow drop, deadlift, gut-wrench suplex. Tyler Bate in huge trouble of having Crews picking up a shock win over him and denting the confidence of Bate heading into Money in the Bank right now. Crews slow to react there, maybe trying to think through a game plan in his head to try and walk out with a win. Standing, shooting star press. Can he put away Tyler Bate? Yeah. It's a kick out at 2 from Bate. Crews hoped there was 3. But he gave Bate just a few seconds to recover, but now he's given him none, and it could be about to come to an end. Apollo Crews could beat Tyler Bate. Bate moves out of the way though. Reverse runner from him now, snapping the head of Apollo Crews into the mat. Tyler Bate is in. Bate looking to end it now, calling Apollo Crews to his feet. Tyler driver! And Bate has done it! Crews came close, but not close enough. Tyler Bate, your winner, as we head to Money in the Bank. Bate has won it this evening. And could he win it come Sunday? Could he claim it all? Could he leave Chicago as the ECW champion? Can he finally get what he wants? That win over Seth Rollins and that revenge over Triple H that he's been seeking since Living Dangerously. Oh, wait! That's the theme of Triple H! There's no sign of the game. And that would be why. Laid out the back. And I know whose boots those are. Seth Rollins. Laid out Triple H backstage. And now sends his warning to Bate. And what a warning it is. Rollins in action up next. But a reminder to Triple H and Bate, this isn't about them two. This is about the ECW title. When you're a champion, you take matters into your own hands. And Seth Rollins absolutely just did that right then and there, reminding his challengers who they're fighting, what they're fighting for. The ECW Championship. And they're fighting Seth Rollins come Sunday. And as for right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our main event of the evening. Randy Orton one-on-one against the man we just saw, Seth Rollins. Orton, of course, can have a close eye on what is going on in that ECW Championship scenario, because come Sunday, he could be holding the briefcase that every world champion is going to be afraid of. Randy Orton says it's inevitable that he leaves Chicago as the ECW champion. He said it over these last few weeks, and he repeated it once again last week following his victory over the Time Bomb, Hiromu Takahashi. Randy Orton prepares for this evening here. A big match for him against Seth Rollins, one that he's not going to want to gloss over, one that is absolutely a big-time match for both sides, heading into Money in the Bank and being this close to that evening, that weekend that is coming our way in Chicago. This is really a last chance saloon to feel like you are, to get yourself psyched up, to get yourself prepared for what comes your evening in just, 4 days time? But right now, Randy Orton, for as much as he has been focused on Money in the Bank these last few weeks, he has to be focused on Seth Rollins here tonight. He has to be locked in the mindset that he is facing not only the ECW champion, but the greatest of all time, the superstar of the year for 2018, and the man who has one big target on his back everywhere he walks, but could have an even bigger one if Orton walks out with that Money in the Bank briefcase. Last time Rollins was in action, boy did it end in chaos. Not to do with Rollins though, all to do with John Cena and the ECW television champion in Corbin. Rollins heading towards the ring, ready to go in this one. And I am ready to see what he can break out in this one. He has just put, in my opinion, he's just put together a great message, a great statement to his challenges. And I'm not saying that just to suck up to Rollins, I'm saying it because I think it's true. Think of how long Triple H and Tyler Bate have been locked at each other's throats. Think of how long they've spent trying to get one up on the other and not focusing on that man right there. It doesn't matter what kind of world champion you are, you never gloss over your main focus. And the main focus for everyone should be the ECW Championship. Tyler Bate and Triple H have spent too long focused on one another, not on that title. And Seth Rollins reminded them. Triple H physically, Tyler Bate, who would talk of the champion. Now he can show Tyler Bate why he should be focused. He was focused heading into Living Dangerously. He was focused when they put together their incredible contest for the ECW Championship somewhat 6 weeks ago at this point. And he should be focused again as they head into Money in the Bank. Not on Triple H alone, but on the ECW Championship and Seth Rollins. So here we go. It's our main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. The younger audience in the crowd wanting to see an RKO, I imagine, wanting to see Seth Rollins beaten by Randy Orton. We are underway in this one. And let's see what will come our way. Rollins side headlock here on Orton. Pushes him off the ropes right now. Leapfrog made there. Duck under as well. Good work for the champion as he hits that drop kick. Orton with a good counter there. Trying to See what he has to do against the champion right now, who I can confirm, by the way, is currently in day 661 of his title reign. It's immense. The next longest is Lio Rush in NXT as the NXT Global Champion. And I think he is just crossed over 200 days, so congratulations to Lio Rush on that one as he prepares for his match at NXT TakeOver Chicago this weekend. But as for right now, we have this main event to focus on. Randy Orton and Seth Rollins one-on-one here. This is what it's all about right now. This is about that last-minute preparation, really, for Money in the Bank. This is the last time these guys will be in a ring before that evening in Chicago. Randy Orton will be in the main event alongside Hiromu Takahashi, who's also representing ECW, but Andrade Cien Almas, Kenny Omega, Dean Ambrose, and as we saw last night on SmackDown Live, the Black Heart, Tommaso Ciampa. So it is all to play for on that evening. Kick out there early from Orton. As Rollins goes to work right now, stomping on the back there of Orton. He is just keeping him pressed down on the mat right now and making sure that Orton, as much as Orton likes to wrestle a slow match, he definitely does not like to be controlled in a slow match. It's hard for Orton to find an opening then. Good candidate out from him. Oh, what a chop. Knife edge chop there. Sting in the chest of the ECW champion, and an exploder suplex sends him on his way. See what will happen now. Randy Orton brings him in. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Rollins goes face first into the turnbuckle pad. What in the world has Orton got in mind here? Wait a minute. That backbreaker of his. Elevated backbreaker from Orton. Doesn't even get a one count somehow. Rollins kicking out this early on. Then again, it is early days in this matchup, and the resiliency of Rollins is something that we know to be outstanding. That's why he's been the champion for 661 days. My goodness. Shinlock being stitched in. Rollins maybe taking the breather himself and using it to think out his next game plan. Elbows his way out of that hold. Seth Walker got him with it. Into the cover. Hooks both legs. Keeps the shoulders pinned down. And almost had Orton beaten there. That was close for Rollins. But here we go now. Power bomb cutter. He got it. And he keeps on going to work now. Rollins all over Randy Orton here. Orton in big trouble. Orton might about to be feeling the wrath that so many have felt, but he kicks the leg away from Rollins and probably just denied himself a curb stomp into the mat. Great work there by Orton to get himself out of that one. Olympic slam now, and the comeback is on for the Viper. And Randy Orton working over that head and neck, and you know why. You know what his finishing blow entails. You know the three letters that are synonymous with his work. Up to the top rope we go. Randy Orton has a big move in mind. And Seth Rollins is about to be the recipient of one hell of a superplex from Orton. Superplex connects, and Randy Orton stomping away now on Rollins, looking set to try and put away Rollins here, looking set to try and beat the ECW champion. Orton could be one move away, and he pounds the mat in preparation. He looks into the eyes of Rollins. RKO! He got it with it. The cover. The kick out from Rollins. Randy Orton thought he would have had him there, but it wasn't to be. Seth Rollins is still in this one. Spinning heel kick, caught Orton flush, and Rollins is fired up now. And Orton is in trouble. Suplex back into the ring. There's a cut on the face of Orton as well. It's not looking good for him as Rollins is firing back. Sling blade. Look for that powerbomb cutter again. I think maybe going to the well one too many times. And that's why Orton had it red. What a main event we are witnessing here. You can see why both men are world champions, and you can see why Randy Orton sees it as inevitable that he's leaving Chicago with the briefcase, because he is testing Rollins to his absolute limit as he slams his back down on the apron. Agonizing pain for the champion, I imagine. Elbow on the bridge of the nose, it looked like, from Orton there. Kick in the gut, big knee. Rollins sees the open cut and he's firing himself up with it as well. Rollins knows, so long as that cut is there, he can capitalize on it. It's a worst case scenario for Orton, but fair play. Look at the fight back there from Orton in that moment. But Rollins finds an opening, and again that power bomb cutter connects. I don't know how he does it, but he nails it. And he almost beat the Viper with effectively his own move. Orton kicks at it too, but how much more does he have left in him? Well, we're about to find out. Rollins is in. Kick in the gut. Curb stomp. That could be the fate of the challengers come Sunday. Seth Rollins wins in a great main event between two great athletes. Orton can hold his head high heading into Money in the Bank. Rollins with one more win heading to that evening. Bate and Triple H have to beware that this is their champion. And oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Here comes Bate to the ring now. He doesn't look like he wants to pick a fight. He looks like he wants to walk his way to the ring and have something to say to the champion. Or maybe staring down one more time. Triple H is a non-factor. Rollins took care of that earlier. Bate is taking a microphone and looking in the eyes of Rollins. And there you have it. Bate has been wanting to get rid of Triple H. And at Sunday, he wants to finish what they started. He wants to leave as the ECW champion, whatever it takes. Oh, this is going to be a great one at Money in the Bank. Sunday can't come quick enough. Rollins, Bate, Triple H for the ECW title. So many great matches to come our way. Money in the Bank just around the corner.